Good morning. Hey, I wanted to share some of my personal Bible study that I've been doing with you. I've been studying the book of Romans. Actually, one of our warrants in small groups really inspired me to do this. So I've been doing some study, and they've been doing some study, and it's been awesome. The book of Romans is so rich, and I want to highlight something that really I thought was so cool. There's a devotional along with Romans, a commentary that I've been reading from as well to help me in my understanding. So I just want to share a couple of things from this real quick. In Romans chapter 15, Paul's starting to wind down the book of Romans. He's written most everything he needed to write. He's starting to bring it to a close. And in verse 22, he says, in fact, my visit to you has been delayed so long because I've been preaching in these places. Right before this, he was talking about all the areas that he's been spreading the good news. And then in verse 23, it says, but now I've finished my work in these regions, and after all these long years of waiting, I'm eager to visit you. I'm planning to go to Spain, and when I do, I'll stop off in Rome. So this is interesting. I'm just going to read straight from my commentary because I love this. It says, did Paul ever get to Spain? There's no evidence. There is no evidence whatsoever that he did. But his desire to do so and the fact that he wrote Romans as part of the preparation for such a trip points out an extremely important lesson for us all. Perhaps God sometimes allows us to dream dreams of what he wants us to do, not necessarily so that we can fulfill all of them, but might just make us that if we fulfilled everything we want to do, it might just make us proud and self-satisfied. But sometimes God allows us to dream those dreams so that we will take the first steps toward fulfilling them. And perhaps those first steps are the key things that God actually wants us to do. Paul may not have got to go to Spain, but that didn't matter. The gospel got there pretty soon afterwards. What mattered then and has mattered enormously in the whole story of the church is that part of his plan to go to Spain, he wrote Romans. We should never underestimate what God will do through us and through the things which we see as small steps to a larger end. I love that. So just know the little things you're doing right now, even as we're all home and we're with our kids, and we might be doing a lot of things that just seem silly, having to stay at home and social distancing and all that. Make the most of this time because you never know and you should never underestimate what God's wanting to do through this time right now. And what we see as small steps will lead to a larger story. All right, be encouraged. We'll talk soon.